Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Horn of the Abyss. It's the Forged in Fire campaign. Would you believe I spent the last few minutes just like trying to find my army? It's here, in this mine. Isn't that wonderful? We need to kill this person now, the Telshion. Now having a flyer will obviously be useful. It could be a case of we just need to bring our dragon and like enough automatons to just close the distance, or maybe even just 2 master genies, maybe. Interesting thought bubble. We don't have the access to the Orb of Vulnerability, which of course would be quite useful at this time. But let's just bring the army and see what we can do. Probably don't need those. Let's see what this does in terms of attacking this particular Elementalist. The Elementalist does need to go down, after all. Let us save. Element. Apparently goes poorly. There's a lot of spell points. This may mean elemental summoning shenanigans. Potential concern. Okay, well, there's only one stack that actually can shoot. So, with a bit of positioning, we should be able to actually be okay there, because if we swap these 2 stacks, and then we clone here, that will be able to reach that. Excellent. Mass prayer feels good. Let's activate detonation at death. Strike the ice elementals. We'll shoot them as well. Yeah. Lots of ice elemental spamming is going to be, the water elemental spamming is going to be the order of the day. Question is, can we outpower them with the, with our spells? If we just keep cloning, for example. Don't know if protection from fire is going to be too useful. They're certainly charging in on us, aren't they? Obviously we can use our incredible speed to outmaneuver them, but even so. Obviously, once we get into the elemental spamming, it's going to get difficult. It's like that fight we had last time. I think... do we need an ammo cart for this? Well, I want an ammo cart, so let's get one while we're here. We're overdue to replace our ammo cart. Go. Although I think to actually, like, properly get back, we'll need to use our airship, won't we? Or maybe these portals will do. course, that's not possible. What about the violet two-way? Well, let's just get back our harpies, I suppose, if that's ever relevant, but... there is a well here, which, of course, may be one day relevant, but... not this day. We basically have to get back into the airship and waste a few turns getting over here. Well, it is what it is. Pretty sure there's no other sneaky portals, is there? Let's see. No, there's the orange two-way. It just didn't take us there the first time. Okay. There we go. Glad we didn't do anything unnecessary there. There we are, the cart of ammunition. And there we go. Nothing was lost. Ammunition was gained. There we go. We're back in action. Can we defeat this elementalist? Well, I didn't rearrange those units, but... probably necessary. Okay. Certainly once we've got the ice elementals on lockdown, that will obviously be very useful. Drawing the enemy into more favourable positions will be excellent. Excellent. Protection from water. Not too important, but now we're down to purely the melee units, so we can just keep slowing them. The problem is we just need to obviously get complete kills here. It's not going to be sufficient to just poke them down, but at least we now have the ammunition. That's obviously a big step up. So, do we slow now, or clone and then slow? I think we clone first, just to double our ranged firepower. Protection from Earth, not exactly the best spell ever conceived. Why did you bad morale? What's the point of cloning you? Time to give them the runaround. Let's issue a slow now. And we'll just start killing them, eh? Let's give him the old flamethrower trick. Excellent. I think a bless is going to be useful as well. There's that mass prayer. Very useful. So it means we can basically kill a stack in one go. Especially if the engineer's helping. Oh, that's a bit rude. Oh, the double morale. Let's clone those engineers. Well, while we're here, we might as well just brawl them down. Although they may just pull the same shenanigans again. You can fall back. You can give a nice torching. Okay, we got away with it this time. We will need to issue another slow order this coming turn. Slow. Yeah, it's still too much distance they can cover. Alright, let's keep felling them. Oh no, we lost some genies. How many did we lose? 3 genies. I think that's okay. Like, we're really only using them for buffs at this point. Let's slow again. Another stack down. Well, a few more genies bite the dust. Oh, they're splitting! That's not allowed. I think standing on that side of the battlefield is a way to lose genies. Shocking, I know. Alright. That was a nice explosion. Let's clone again. I think we're keeping up with the enemy pressure, though. We just need to make sure our genies don't just all randomly die. I think we're making good progress. We have to repair those again, apparently. But that's okay. The clones are really good at attracting enemy attention, it's got to be said. Let's cast Precision. It'll help just wrap this up nice and neatly. You're all nice and repaired. Oh, one left. Let's cast Murph. Just prevent any further miss morale problems. We'll clone these as well. Oh, we jumped over the enemy to clone that one. Got the explosion in. I mean, I think we're keeping up with the enemy summoning. Indeed we are. And there we go, we lost 5 Master Genies, but the enemy is defeated. And then we get the Orb of Driving Rain. And we actually get to have some knowledge. And some good luck. And some... well, no luck, apparently. But that is a good little win. Let's recover some movement. It does make me think, however... I did notice in that fight that the morale was a concern. We should probably not have 4 alignment creatures. Like, that probably should be our army for now, and eventually we swap out the Master Genies. Yes, a good result, especially because it will open up that blue area over there. Let's have a look at that. I could go a bit closer than that. That's further away, game. There we go. What's over here? The magic barrier is cleared, and we have a Keymaster scene place. That means we can't go in. Alright. This one we can do. We do have an Azure Dragon problem. We need to make a threatening target. Like so, I think. Yes. Excellent. And we repair the target. Attack it! Oh, you're afraid. So very afraid, I'm sure. Problem solved. We get a Pendant of Death from that one. And of course another Garden of Revelation. Have you been revealed something interesting? I don't know what revelation to give you personally at this time, but, you know. Think of something shocking. And then you'll feel your knowledge has increased. Now I think that was actually one of the little objectives we had here, wasn't it? Indeed. We get the Head of Legion, and another piece of the puzzle map revealed. Excellent. Has this also been done? It has. A Torso of Legion. I believe that's enough for us to assemble one of the Legion pieces. Exactly. The Statue of Legion has been assembled. We can use this, of course, to unlock either this battle here, or this battle here, and finally let us progress on the overworld, because of course it's just been so locked down. So that's a significant milestone. The tomb raiding has actually been successful. But we should not, you know, rest on this victory. After all, we do need to go shopping with our new Amulet of Death. There are artifacts that we can acquire, such as the Buckler of the Knoll King, Scales of Greater Basilisk, or the Cape of Velocity there, which We don't quite have the materials needed to open that, but... Oh, we achieved the Pendant of Courage! What am I doing? There we go. The Legs of Legion. Another puzzle piece. We're only missing 3 of these little quest cards that need to be dealt with. Do we have the Pendant of Holiness? No. No Pendant of Holiness here. But still, progress is significant in this little tomb area. Because yeah, the ghost dragons are next, aren't they? Probably. Still, I mean, we can actually progress on the overworld, which is fairly significant. I assume we want to just go ahead and do that. You need 100 crystal. And obviously, while we've been doing our infinite movement point adventures, we've been able to accumulate additional crystal because, you know, frankly, we just can't, so, you know, the mines are not infinitely moving things like we are, so... Okay. There's this fire guy here that could be potentially worth attacking. If we could defeat Fireman... He does... We actually now have the ability to outspeed him with the Gold Dragon. It could be a fight that we can take. We could have a quick go at it, see what happens. After all, these various guardians need to be defeated. Let's see how this goes. Poorly, of course. He does have a lot of spell points. He also has a lot of defense points, for that matter. There goes anti-magic. That will make it more complicated to kite this man. I could just feed him this. And just, like, clone things just in his face. Oh, fireballs! That's obviously going to make it a bit more difficult. Alright, well... We don't want to mess with fireballs. Certainly not with... that army. But what if we were to use an alternative option? I have an idea. If we instead brought these Efreet Sultans, and we just had a duel of magic instead of might, would that be sufficient? Now, I obviously need to get some additional mana, so let's do that now. Head back to the surface. One of these tiles is, of course, additional mana. Then we head back down underground. Nice. 1,020 mana points, but, you know, it's all just the means to an end. You know, that moment of just hopping in and out of the portals constantly. It reminds me of Dad when he would, like, drive around a roundabout, like, multiple times. Until someone, like, would say something. But, like, sometimes we'd be going around, like, 4 times before, like, anyone was like, Dad! Obviously, like, straight up. Oh, no, our ammo cart's going to be lost again. That's sad. But if we just started summoning elementals... and then just avoid this guy. Can we just brawl him down? I suppose it's going to take a lot of brawling because of his incredible defensive skill. You know, 47 defense versus the 32 attack skill. That's going to be quite some fighting. And he just, like, naturally outspeeds me, I guess. Yeah. He's just ignoring my... could I outspeed him with, like, a mass haste? Will that work? Possibly. Okay, well, let's try that again. We're going to go for the mass haste play. And then we're going to run into the corner. Then we summon the fire elemental and run into the other corner. A random fireball destroys that. Then we just start summoning. And we bury this man in fire elementals. More fire elementals. Because of course my Afrits are immune to fireball. And even if it takes like my entire mana bar and elementals to kill these, we are slowly chipping away. More fire elementals. And of course they're just only getting weaker. Talk about fighting fire with fire, eh? Oh, that's not what we wanted. It's time to retreat. I got smug. No! No, not the smugness. The worst enemy. No! It's the high game speed. I can blame that, right? As opposed to just my own, like, incompetence. Alright. I'll keep my finger on the hotkey. That being said, I do think the strategy should work as long as I just don't randomly dive into battle. Let's go fire elementals. We're getting good value out of fire elemental spell this battle, aren't we? Well, that guy summoned like perfectly into position. We might even be able to slow down on summons now, because like we're actually just starting to overwhelm. It's certainly the Battle of the Bernie Boys. That much is clear. Yeah. We maybe needed one less summon, but at the cost of one ammo cut, Falageth here is defeated, and we have his prize, the Pendant of Dispassion, and more Sultans, and more things we can't do. But it does mean we can get that Cape of Velocity I was after, and that's certainly an excellent find. Let's go grab that, shall we? What a result we have accomplished together here, you and I. Okay. Let's get that Pendant of Dispassion handed in along with the Pendant of Death. Get that cape, additional movement speed to enable us to deal with even more foes. And some additional stats. Certainly won't go amiss. Do we have any remaining Pendants of Death? We've got 3 Pendants of Death. We could probably afford some of these artifacts, let's be honest. What's most important to me? I mean, they're all fine, I guess, but I'm just wondering if there's additional places to hand in artifacts further in the mission. Well, while we ponder this possibility, let's go get that ammo card back. We do need it. It's a little bit of a maze to figure out where you're supposed to go, but we're getting there. Excellent. Ammo cart reacquired. Emotional support ammo carts are very important. Nonetheless, thank you for watching. We'll eventually make our way back to the entrance to the cave complex. When we come back next time... I mean, I suppose I did it, but I don't know if I actually necessarily needed to, because we now have access to the Statue of Legion, which would allow us to take on either this Adea here, or this Erebarus here. The Titans are mildly concerning, would need some fast units to get over there and occupy them in melee, but apart from that, very interesting. Thank you all for watching. When we come back next time, more Heroes of Might and Magic 3.